Shedeur Sanders finally got drafted, man. It took 144 picks for this man to get off the board. The 5th round, he finally get drafted to the Brownies, as we all probably know at this point. But how does this happen? Like, what events occurred for him to fall this far down the board? You know, falling out the 1st round, that's one thing. The 2nd round, that's another thing. The 3rd, okay, the 5th round is absolutely ridiculous. He's a top 50 player in this draft class, if not better. Top 2 quarterback. He's definitely better than Jackson Dart, in my opinion. If you want to make that argument, I'm all for it. But guys like Jalen Milroe and Dillon Gabriel, I will not put up any argument, man. He is clearly a better quarterback. It's all the off the field stuff, man, and it's unfortunate. Apparently, it's a lot of the stuff that happened in the classroom when it comes to the interviews with teams. He is being arrogant, whatever you want to say. At the end of the day, I think it's a lot more than that, man. We'll never know how he actually interviewed, what happened in those rooms. I don't care how bad he interviewed. I really don't. There's no way this player should have failed this far, man. But over the past 2 to 3 days, Shedeur has been nothing but a class act. Has he not? Like, saying all the right stuff, coming on social media, saying all glory to God, even when he didn't get drafted, man. Just saying all the right stuff. He finally do get drafted here. Super excited. A lot of players, you know, that's projected to go in the 1st round, maybe even the top 15 pick, you end up getting drafted in the 5th round. You probably not dancing like this, man. You probably just about time. You probably upset, mad. No, they're having an absolute ball that he got drafted. All he needed was an opportunity. And let's look at the quarterback room for the Brownies here, man. Entering 2025. You got Joe Flacco, Kenny Pickett. You got Deshaun Watson, who is out probably for most of the year. We'll see if he missed the whole entire year. They took Dillon Gabriel yesterday, which was a surprise to everyone that Dillon Gabriel got drafted before Shedeur Sanders, and now obviously they have Shedeur Sanders, man. And instantly, is he the best quarterback in the room? I think that's a realistic question. At the end of the day, I think this is going to be a super competitive quarterback room. I promise y'all, they're not going to rock out with 4 quarterbacks. Deshaun Watson will be on IR, so he will not count towards the roster. They're probably not going to have 4 quarterbacks on that roster, man. One of them will either get cut or go to the practice squad, something like that. They're not rocking out with 4. A lot of teams rock out with 2, and then the 3rd quarterback is on that practice squad. So this is probably going to be a very, very, very competitive quarterback room. If I had to predict who will win, honestly, my prediction would be between Shedeur Sanders and probably Joe Flacco, man. Probably between those 2. Kenny Pickett 3rd, Dillon Gabriel. I think he won't make the team, if I'm being honest. We'll see. But this is interesting with pretty much the GM and the players or the people that's making the picks for the Brownies, what they had to say after drafting Shedeur Sanders. Let's listen to this.
Throughout the process, he's highly accurate, can play well from the pocket, very productive college career, and we felt like it wasn't necessarily the plan going into the weekend to select 2 quarterbacks, but as we talked about, we do believe in best player available. We do believe in positional value, and we didn't necessarily expect him to be available in the 5th round, and so we love adding competition to every position room and adding him to compete with the guys that are already in there. We felt like that was the appropriate thing to do.
Man, cut the BS. What that sound like is we ain't want to take him, be honest. We did not want to take Shedeur, but it was really nobody else on our draft board. We had him as a 1st, 2nd round grade. All the off the field stuff dropped him all the way down our board. Obviously, we didn't plan to take 2 quarterbacks, but we obviously didn't plan for him to fall to the 5th round. So we took him because why not, man? What's the risk at this point? A 5th round draft pick. Oftentimes, those guys, don't turn out to be impact players. Sometimes they do, but this 5th round draft pick might be your starting quarterback day 1, man. I thought this was interesting. This is the moment you see them draft Shedeur Sanders. Look at buddy name, man. I don't know his name. I really don't. But he looks pissed off they got Shedeur, man. Pissed off. You got some people in the background clapping. Usually when you trade up and get your guy, you hype. Bro, look at this. This is bad. This is nasty work, man. They did not want Shedeur Sanders, but he is going to be a Brownie, and hopefully they give him a true opportunity. I hope they go into this offseason. Quarterback room is open. Whoever won it, go grab it, man. We got 4 quarterbacks. All of you guys, 3 of you guys are young. If you want to consider Kenny Pickett young, we got 1 vet. We'll put the veteran in the number 1 spot for now because he might actually be the best quarterback on the roster, or maybe the most experienced. We'll see if he's the best. I think Shedeur will be the best going forward. But Joe Flacco, number 1, is free, man. Free game. Whoever performed the best, you win the quarterback job, and we are not scared to make a switch mid-year, man. You come out 0-2, we pulling you, pin the next guy in, man. The quarterback room is going to be that competitive there, and for the Browns, and the season's not over. They still can make another move and add another quarterback. I highly doubt it. But this is the the roster for the Cleveland Browns, man. They also took Quinshawn Judkins from Ohio State as their running back. The wide receiver room, wish it was a little bit better, but they did take one of the better receiving tight ends in the draft as well. And your boy Shedeur Sanders has officially got drafted, man. You got some funny stuff like this. Bronny James was drafted higher than Shedeur Sanders, obviously, man. It's only 60 picks NBA draft. But comments like that is 100% true, but it's funny, man. And, like, for real, like, how bad can these interviews really be, man? Like, stuff like this is like, for me, it's like, that's a coward, man. Like, bro, NFL assistant coach. Who are you, man? Like, this, I feel like stuff like this, you should not be able to make these statements behind closed doors about a draft pick without your name being associated to me. To me, that just seems so much like a coward, man. Like, bro, who said this? Because if your name would have been attached to this, you might not have said this. You might not. Maybe you would have. Maybe you really a stepper like this. But 9 times out of 10, they would have chose different words, different verbiage. Because at the end of the day, stuff like this surely did hurt his draft stock, man. This helped paint that negative picture around Shedeur Sanders. And honestly, he don't deserve it, man. He don't deserve it, man. DJU, they talking about DJU could have got drafted before Shedeur Sanders. Bro, some nasty stuff.
A shock within the NFL and team buildings when Shedeur Sanders did not go in the first round. I would fairly tell you it is a surprise that he is still on the board at the start of day 3. Philosophically, some teams feel like if you were drafted at the quarterback position specifically, if you think you got a starter, you take him in round 1. If you're drafting somebody to be your backup, you don't want to do that until day 3. I spoke last night with one general manager who is considering taking Shedeur Sanders today. He pointed back all the way to March 2024 and something that Shedeur's father, Dion Sanders, said on a podcast talking about both Shedeur and Travis Hunter, saying that if they are drafted by a team that they don't want to go to, he's going to step in and pull an Eli, meaning force those players to not actually go to that team and try to get them traded.
And that makes sense. Like, they did make some statements like that, Dion and Shedeur, that Dion wouldn't allow him to go to certain teams. We did hear that. Is it true? Probably. Don't know for sure. But I'm sure that hurt his draft stock. But it probably was a handful of teams he really did not want to go to. Whether he did not interview for him, whether he just, had bad interviews, maybe not on purpose, but just didn't care much because he had no interest in going to that franchise. But I'm sure they never thought it was going to lead to this. If they could redo it, maybe they would. Maybe they wouldn't, kind of paint this picture that we are not going to these teams. We would never associate with these organizations. Now, I thought the Browns was going to be one of them organizations that was on their list, but clearly it's not. Or maybe it is. Maybe this is why he slipped down the board so much. I don't know why they got Shedeur looking like this, man. I feel like this looks crazy. Maybe I'm tripping, man. Do I look like, I don't know. It just looks crazy. I don't look like Shedeur, really. But some crazy stuff going on. And now the Browns media team going crazy. Or am I tripping, man? Like Shedeur post. Oh my goodness, Shedeur post. Like, this is the Cleveland Browns social media. Let me see the post they made for Dillon Gabriel when they drafted him yesterday, man. Like, I hope it's just the same exact energy that they posted Dillon Gabriel 10 times. Okay, I see 1 Dillon Gabriel post, 2, 3. Okay, 3, 4. 5. Okay, 5 in total, it looks like, man. I don't know. The Shedeur post seems like it's double digit, but obviously, he's a very marketable player. And I'm going to be rooting for the Browns, man. I'll be honest. I'm going to be rooting for the Browns. I like Shedeur Sanders, and I want to see him do well. So for the first time ever, I want to see the Browns do well. I never cared about the Browns organization as an Eagles fan. I just never cared about them. But I want to see Shedeur win the job, and I want to see him do well. And I think you're getting the best. Like, for Shedeur Future, like, this might sound crazy. This may be the best possible situation. Like, he's gonna be super motivated at the end of the day, man. Like, you're not getting a guy with a smaller chip, like, on his shoulder. Like, this is a guy that's needs to prove himself, man. If you thought he wasn't humble, but he is going to be humbled. And maybe he needed that. Maybe, like I said, this could propel his career and turn him into a whole different animal that, wow, y'all guys did me like this? Like, all these teams in the nation passed on me not once, twice, 3 times, but damn near 5 times? Okay. So I'm excited. I'm actually excited to see how Shedeur and the Browns will do and see if he can win the starting job, man.
Thank you, everybody. Came support. Thank you, everybody out there, all the fans. Hey, it's not time for a song, bro. No, I'm not announcing. Thank you for the fans. Thank you for everybody. Thank you for the Browns organization for giving me a chance. That's all I need.
I mean, he generally seems excited and, like, grateful for the opportunity, man. Like I said, a lot of people put in this same exact situation probably would not be like this. They probably would be heated. Another Shedeur post. Oh, my goodness. 46 seconds. I just scroll up. Another one. Like, they are going crazy. Run up the bag off Shedeur Sanders after you took him in the 5th round like it's the 1st round, man. I just think, imagine if the Cleveland Browns never traded out of their 1st or 2nd overall pick and they got Travis Hunter. Come on. They obviously took the big dog, Mason Graham from Michigan. But imagine if they would have took Travis Hunter and they just posted this man Ethan. Bro, what are we posting, man? What are we posting? They just, oh, man. We get ready. If y'all thought the Colorado social media team and how much they was in the media, get ready for Shedeur Sanders, man. First day he showed up to practice, there's going to be 100 posts on everything. Bro, just get ready. Just get ready. 5th round draft pick. And I really do hope he won that starting job, man. Perfect timing.
You gonna give us another performance? He said he's not rapping no more, Chad. He's just focusing on football now. Dang, bro, you can't rap no more. I just want a ball, bro. I just want a ball.
That man locked. That man locked in. He's locked in, man. Oh, man. This is this is crazy. Man, let's listen to Mel Kiper, man. If y'all don't know anything about Mel, he does a lot of mock drafts. One of the most well-known person when it comes to just draft, coverage, everything. And let's hear him go to war for Shedeur.
The NFL has been clueless for 50 years when it comes to evaluating quarterback. Clueless. All that, no idea what they're doing in terms of evaluating quarterback. That's proof. There's proof of that. How many we know exactly what we're talking about with quarterback? They don't. Nobody's better themselves there, though.
I mean, that's Mel Kiper. Clueless is what he said when it comes to evaluating quarterbacks and the NFL, man. I somewhat agree. Man. The amount of quarterbacks that get missed on, or maybe not, like turn into bust that goes in the 1st round is ridiculous. It's the most out of any position group, man. You have a left tackle go early in the draft, O-lineman go early in the draft, top 5 picks. So often they turn into great players. The amount of quarterbacks that go top 5, top 10 and turn into bust is alarming, man. It's a guess. It's a guessing game damn near, man. So I'm not mad at the Browns taking 2 quarterbacks. Like, I actually kind of thought this was going to happen after seeing yesterday and seeing all the quarterbacks that got drafted and all the teams that needed a quarterback take one. I'm like, well, Shedeur is probably going to go to a team that actually needs a quarterback. Like, or that drafted one that needs a quarterback. So whether it was going to be pairing up with Jalen Milroe and then have 2 rookie quarterbacks and then also, like this situation, pairing them up with the Browns and Dylan Gabriel, I kind of thought this was going to happen. I also thought yesterday he was going to go undrafted. I also thought that was a real possibility of him going undrafted. I'm glad to see him go off the board. If he would have went undrafted, it would have been spooky. It would have been spooky, man. But I'm nervous for Shiloh. I mentioned it yesterday. we almost done with the draft at this point. His name has not been called. Hey, maybe the Browns draft him too. That would be crazy, man. That would be crazy. Drafting with the 7th round pick, get Shiloh on the team also. Man, shout out to the Brownies for taking Shedeur and taking the chance. Like I said, I'm super interested to see what's going to happen in that quarterback room. Who's going to win the job? Who's going to stand out? And if Shedeur will get a fair chance to compete. If y'all enjoyed this video, make sure to like, comment, subscribe. Let me know any thoughts down below. Do y'all think the Shedeur situation going to work? How do y'all feel about it? Do you think he deserved a fall in the draft? I don't think so. But other than that, we on to the next one. Appreciate y'all boys.